friends, welcome back. I am so happy you decided to come back and join us today. We have another exciting story. We have some activities and some crafts to do. Before we get started, what is going to be our clue of the day? So a clue that's going to join our story and help us to think about something. Well, this is a picture frame, and this is actually my entire family who I love so much. Well, if this picture frame, someone had decided to make a wrong choice, one of these grandsons of mine, play ball in the house and break the picture frame, would that be just be terrible, right? Because that was a wrong choice. But even when we make wrong choices, we know that God will always forgive us. So if he sees a broken picture frame or broken something like that, we can think, wait a minute, God will always forgive us, even when we make wrong choices. Let's try to make good choices, though. Let's jump into our story and get ready. Do you have your listening ears ready? Are you ready to listen for another exciting story from the Bible? This one is found in the book of John. Okay, so we're going to read in our storybook, but these stories come straight from the Bible. And remember, the Bible is true and it's for you. This one is called Breakfast on the Beach. How exciting. Jesus was alive again. His friends had seen him 2 times now. One evening, Peter said, "I'm going fishing." He and his friends went out in a boat at night. There they go, out of their boat, putting the fish net out. They were so happy to know that Jesus was alive again. All night long, they threw out their big nets and then pulled their nets back in, but there were no fish. They did this all night, still no fish. Well, perhaps they had some nets like this. They threw out their nets and brought them in, and still no fish. Again and again, all night long. The sun began to rise, and Peter could see someone on the shore. The man called out, "Did you catch any fish?" "No," Peter shouted back. The man said, "Throw your net on the right side of the boat. You'll find some." The men decided to listen, so they took their net and they threw it over here on the right side of the boat. And what happened when they pulled that net back in? The net was now full of fish. Can you see all the fish? They pulled it back in. They had listened. The men did not know who that was. John said to Peter, "It's Jesus." How excited they were. The net was so heavy they could barely pull it in. Peter jumped out of the boat. He was so happy to see Jesus. He didn't even want to wait till the boat got in. He jumped out and he swam to shore. He wanted to get to Jesus. Everyone else rowed the boat to shore, dragging those heavy nets full of fish. When they got to shore, Jesus had fish and bread already cooked for them to eat. So there was a fire going. Jesus was there cooking the fish. He had bread ready for them. Better put some fish in the frying pan too. So he had some fish in here. He was cooking, and he was waiting for them to come. When they got to the shore, Jesus had fish and bread ready and cooked for them to eat. Later, Jesus talked to Peter. Before Jesus died, Peter told people he did not know Jesus. He even said he'd never met Jesus. 3 times he did that. He denied Jesus. Peter was so sorry for his words. Jesus wanted Peter to know he was forgiven. See, even when we make wrong choices and we're sorry, Jesus will forgive us. So he told Peter he was forgiven. Jesus told Peter about his good plan for Peter. He told him, "Be like a shepherd. Help people learn about me and follow me." He told Peter this 3 times. Jesus still loved Peter, and he forgave him. He told him 3 times that he loved him because he remembered Peter had said 3 times that he did not know Jesus. He said, "Be like a shepherd." You know how a shepherd takes care of its sheep? He didn't really want Peter to be a shepherd and take care of sheep. He wanted Peter to take care of his sheep, which is us, the people. He wanted Peter to tell about Jesus and teach them, and so they could follow him. So Jesus never stops loving us. Even when we do wrong, he will help us to obey. Isn't that great news? Peter must have felt terrible. There they were out that night fishing, and his heart was heavy because he had seen Jesus, but he knew he had said 3 times that he did not know Jesus, but he did. So God loves us and forgives us no matter what. That is great news. Our verse for this time tells us, "You, Lord, are kind and ready to forgive." He forgave Peter, right? Let's do it together. You, Lord, are kind and ready to forgive. Psalm 86:5. One more time. Everybody together. You, Lord, are kind and ready to forgive. Psalm 86:5. Again, Jesus forgave Peter, and he was sorry for what he did. He had told him 3 times. He asked Peter if he loved him, and Peter said yes, he loved him. And so he told him to be like a shepherd. Well, we have a little game here that you could be like a shepherd. We have 2 games. So we have these cotton balls, and we know sheep are kind of fluffy. So you're going to take cotton balls and you're going to scatter them around your room wherever you're at. That would be easy enough. These are all the sheep, and they're kind of all over the place. Shepherd's job is to take care of sheep and make sure that they are safe and fed. So, and a shepherd also has a shepherd crook, like a stick. We are going to use our craft stick. So you're going to need cotton and a craft stick. The job is you have to try to get your sheep as quickly as you can. You can do it with a friend and get them over to where you say, this is our pasture. We have to get all of your sheep over here and take care of them. Just like Jesus wanted Peter to be a shepherd to his people and to help take care of them. So there's your sheep game. What other game could you do? Well, I made these a long time ago for the preschool class, and you can do it too. You're just going to have someone cut out some fish shapes and tape paper clips to the top. You need paper clips because we're going to fish for these fish. Let me get the sheep out of here before they decide to run away. So also we're going to need something to fish with. This is not a fishing pole. We could have it on a stick, but it's a string with a magnet. So a magnet is we're going to catch these fish. Let's see. Are you ready? Go down there, get close to the fish. Do you see that? We can maybe catch more than one even. See how many you could catch at one time. Maybe you could catch a lot. Or maybe just 2 at a time. Take those off and then go back and fish some more. But make sure you remember to take turns. That's a really fun game, and you can do it at home. Your mom or somebody can cut some fish shapes out, tape on some paper clips, and you just need a magnet on a string. And away you go, fishing, fishing, and fishing. Just like the disciples fished all night, and they didn't catch anything until they listened to Jesus, and then they did. So have fun with that fishing game. I know our preschoolers at church always love to play the fishing game. Put our fish pole right in there. So what are we going to make to remember our story? We are going to make a heart that says, God will always love me. And if you can see the lines in it, it's going to be like a puzzle. So what you're going to do first is you need to color it. You can color the whole thing the same color, or you can color it all different colors. It's up to you. I'm going to color mine real fast. What other colors do I have here? And then you're going to cut it out and kind of put it back together again. Okay, so I made mine kind of like all different colors. Now I need my scissors, which I have right here. We're going to carefully cut, cutting around. Cut out our heart first. And then after we cut out the heart, and you'll have to be careful with the scissors, or maybe you can have somebody help you cut it out. Remember, we only use scissors for cutting paper that an adult gives us. We don't use scissors to hurt anybody or to cut our hair or cut anything at home. Now we're going to just cut along these lines to turn our heart into a puzzle. But don't worry, we're going to be able to put it back together again, I sure hope. So I'm going to cut it into these shapes. I'm following the lines very carefully. Where's the line? There it is. God is always ready to forgive. So here's all my pieces. But just like God, he can put our hearts back together again. Let's see, do we have anything else here today? I thought we had another craft, but maybe not. All right. So we're going to get some glue and start putting our heart together. Do you know how we're going to do that? I'm not sure yet, because we'll start with the top of the heart. That would make sense. Put that first, and then maybe not that one. Put another one right next to it. You may need some help with this. If you're too young to do the puzzle thing, you can still color it cut out your heart and just keep it in one big piece. So far I have that much, but it's not quite finished yet. It's gonna need some more. I have this piece over here. Almost done. Where is this one gonna go? Okay, carefully line it up. There, is it finished? Nope, one more piece to go. And this one should be easy to do because we can see where it goes. Right at the top. I did it. God will always love me, and he's always ready to forgive. So see, if you could make a heart puzzle yourself. If you're at church, you're gonna get this right here and you're gonna be able to do it. If you're at home, you're gonna just draw your own heart and then cut it into some big pieces, not too little, and then glue it back together again. Remember, God will always love me. God will always love you. Even when you make wrong choices, God still loves you. We all make wrong choices, and that breaks God's heart. That's why we have the broken heart there. But the good news is, God forgives us and sent Jesus. Isn't that wonderful? That is great news. Let's do our verse one more time before it's time to go, because it's almost time to go. Enjoy playing the fish game or the sheep game. All right. You, Lord, are kind and ready to forgive. Psalm 86:5. Thank you for joining me today. Have a wonderful day, and remember, Jesus loves you. Until next time.
Family, may the Lord bless you and protect you. May his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May he look on you with favor and give you his sweet peace. You are loved.